I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. 58's the money. They gonna need some therapy after this.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Switch up.
Operating from the gun, King. That's complete to DK Metcalf. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back to throw. King got his man complete over the middle. It's Rose. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. King. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw from his end zone. Hoffman throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, Hoffman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Coming after you. You gonna take 61, matchbox, light. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Check right 33. Check right 33. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Off the play fake. Hoffman. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. To throw again, Hoffman. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, No more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Go! Ready?
To throw on 3rd down. Hoffman. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment.
Check safety.
Back to throw. Hoffman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line.
1st down, Panthers.
Set. 18 Gator. You must get tired. Go.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready up. Right 7. Focus, defense, focus. Strong work. Hey, box drop. 4 Leo. Watch the whip. Big grip.
Throwing on 1st down. Hoffman. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Panther 1st down.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Hey, Haywood. 57's the mic. Rock 57. I'm going to run you over.
On 1st down, Hoffman. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And running with power here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Looking to throw. King. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
What's the run? They're running it. Check 9, West.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Hoffman. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Here we go. 50, plant. I'm coming after you.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
80 weapon. Rush in. Let's go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Got it.
Mark 57. First down, Panthers.
Hey, echo. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Yeah. We don't want none. Back. Hey, Sam off. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
On 1st and 10, Hoffman. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Lock it. Jim.
Throwing again. Hoffman. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
To throw is King on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
King operating from the gun. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It's now 2nd and
10. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Come on now, come on now.
Now King off the play fake. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Panther first down.
Down! 90 Wolf! Single, single! Single, single! Be careful! Be careful!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike, check 33. 33. Stay with your man. Hey, check Mike. Hey, Charlie. 33.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hoffman.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, my 7. 24 is the mic. So we got man. Go. Check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 22 yards there, a 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. King. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down. Hoffman. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 49 yards. Looking to throw. Hoffman. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
King now, throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Here's King on first down. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. Uses the spin. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Back to throw. King. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A third down gain of 19. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now. They've got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
First down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
57.
On 1st down, Hoffman. He sets to fire. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
This is Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Check the out. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
King throwing on fourth down. And that is incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down but come up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Ready. 50, plant. Hey. Hey, orbit. 57, Mike 57. Watch the back. Check. Hard. Spike.
Off play action. Hoffman. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, check 24.
Back to throw. Hoffman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On fourth down, Hoffman. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now King, operating from the gun. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Quick six. That's what they call them.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Greystone, travel. He's coming. Go.
From the gun, Hoffman looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. King now throwing after the interception. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 3.
Here's King to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rose. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. To throw on third down, King. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw is King. Throwing on fourth down. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. On fourth down, King. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes right side, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Looking to throw. King. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 65 yards. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Alert 3. He's checking. Look at me. Door.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Zerline good with a PAT. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Panthers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on